All right, today we're going to be talking a little bit about Linux for beginners. I think I'm going to be doing a video how to install Linux. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since my last video, and I was like, oh, man, I need to re-tackle that topic. So I'll probably wait till chat fills out, and we'll start asking some questions. Start filling out our book, old code here. Actually, what are we doing? Oh, I was trying to do some Git plugins. Ugh, that was gnarly. Linux book. I think we need to pull down some stuff. Still been working on it. Still getting my 1,000 words a day in.
Yeah, well,
Yes, what's happening? Thanks for the sub, man. 19 months. Woo! Time flies when you're having fun. All right. I will say I do really enjoy. I know people shit on me for switching to just doing pretty much Twitch and then like members only on YouTube, but I gotta say it's so much easier just to hit live when all I have to worry about is Twitch chat. Oh my gosh, so much easier, and I can just use Chatterino for everything without having like multiple browser tabs open, and it's just so nice. It just takes off all the overhead that I didn't like. That makes me feel even better. Thank you, Yaz. Yeah. Oh, man. So I was thinking on this side of things, when it comes to Linux, I think I kind of want to just recommend Bazite because it's an atomic file system for Linux. And I really like atomic file systems, not immutable, like SteamOS is immutable. And the difference between immutable and atomic is essentially atomic, you can edit like the etc, the system configuration. You can't add system packages, but you can change the system configuration. And I like that difference where immutable is basically, it's like, hey, anything outside the home folder, you're just like SOL. And atomic, I really enjoy. I think that's probably my recommendation for someone new coming to Linux. The only downside to it that I see is you can install system packages I just mentioned, and that means you can't really change easily the desktop environment. And that's one thing I kind of like, But if it's a beginner, like a true beginner, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm like, that's where I'm kind of on the like the fence a little bit. Do you think there's a future where more people will be running Linux than Windows? No. I don't think that future exists. Real talk, the year of the Linux desktop's just a meme. It's never going to happen. People need consistency. They need regulation. They need their handheld. And Linux just will never provide that. I think there's going to be versions of Linux that will see more mainstream adoption than what we see today, such as SteamOS, which has come out in the last couple of years, and that's obviously widely used. Things like Bazite, I think, is a little bit easier for folks. So, it exists, but it's not, not there. Nix for work, Arch for personal. I can totally get behind this sentiment. Nix is essentially immutable because everything's changed from your config. Nix is such a weird distro, but I love it because you can change anything. You can make anything in it, but it doesn't really change unless you want it to change, because everything's kind of stored in one file. Or, I mean, you can splinter it out and properly organize and make it modular. But for the gist of it, you can just do configuration.nix and put everything you need in your system in that configuration.nix. Man, now that you say that, it kind of makes me want to do a Nix configuration based on what I like. I mean, I already have that, but maybe update it. Maybe today we look at maybe updating Nix, because I think it's been what, 6 months since I did Nix. It's been a minute. Not quite a year, but it's been a minute, and I think maybe load up old Nix on a VM and see how we're doing. Hey, yeah, a bit harsh. I'm getting back into it. Chris, are you embracing AI? What is your advice to get hands on AI? AI is a tool, man. Like, real talk here. When it comes to AI, like, there's so much hype and shit. Like, everyone's like, it's coming and it's taking over everything. AI is simply a tool to be used. That's it. You can use it. It's fine, but like, I just don't subscribe to, hey, Skynet's about to get self-aware and then destroy us all kind of AI. And a lot of the AI talk is just a fancy if-then statement with thousands upon thousands, maybe millions upon millions of iterations. All it can do is essentially autocorrect on steroids, I think is the best way to put it, as Linus Torvalds put it, the guy that created Linux. And that's kind of my thought process. I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think it's better than Google. I think eventually it's going to be better than like a Stack Overflow. And I think that's the gist of it. It's a tool. Use it. You know, don't ignore it. I'm not saying that. And I'm not like a, what is it, troglodyte? No, God, that's not it. What's the anti-tech term? I can't even remember. Luddite. Luddite. Thank you. Troglodyte. Oh man, need more coffee. AI is giving WWW 1996 vibes. I would say it's giving me 2020 blockchain cloud vibes, or 2010 cloud vibes. Well, no, it's more like, so probably like 1996 WWW vibes, and then came about like 2000 came like, well, probably more like 2005, 2006 era, virtualize everything, everything's virtualized kind of thing. And then like the 2010 eras, we had cloud, everything's cloud. That was the buzz of the time. And then now we have, 2020? Everything is, no, 2020 was the blockchain craze. Like, oh my God, blockchain, crypto, blah, blah, blah. And now in 2025, we got the AI hype train just full steam ahead. I mean, I've lived through all of this, and I can tell you, it's nice. It'll calm down eventually. It'll find some use cases. It's gonna be good. It may be as, I don't think it's gonna be as big as like the internet, but you know, it will find its use case, much like cloud found its use case, much like virtualization found its use case, and really it was nice. But I mean, if you lived through those eras, the hype was real during that time. So Dennis, thanks for the tier 1, man. No, WinUtil is getting updates. What do we get? Are we giving up on WinUtil? It hasn't been updated since May. Really? What are you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? I don't think so. I just updated it like 2 days ago. Yeah, dude. Yeah, 2 days ago. Let me enhance. 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 Yeah. May, you want to take those words back. Because right here, right there, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. But yeah, we can do some commits. I'm good with that. I got some pull requests. I saw My Drift has a ton of PRs in here that I wanted to go through. I was gonna save it. We're gonna save that for next week. We're saving it for next week. Now LinUtil, on the other hand, damn. Oof. Yeah, dude, I've been slacking though. I got no defense on that. Do I want to pull that up on stream? Not really, but we're gonna. That's a more serious case of what the hell, Titus? What are you doing with your life, bro? Dad. Still works great. But damn, yeah. My bad, guys. I apologize. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I'm going to try to do a lot more videos coming up. I've been trying to move over stuff. I never left C, bro. C is my jam. I still like C better than Rust. But, I mean, Rust is fine, too. That expression should be a YouTube thumbnail. Yeah, well, I've been doing YouTube for 7 years, so, you know, have some experience in that realm. Any ideas of going through a Linux build? What are your thoughts on fully securing and hardening it? Yeah, I mean, that's a real thing. Obviously, learn NTF or NFT tables or NF tables, and also UFW is a fantastic resource, very user friendly. You can obviously, I would highly recommend learning about tar pitting, specifically SSH. Understanding just basic firewalls, networking, it always helps. Securing Linux, and then don't do something stupid like a no password on your sudo. You know. What the heck have you been doing? I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm kind of a YouTuber, living that YouTuber life. I like to wake up about 10 a.m., get online, check my email, clear out about 20 or 30 emails a day. Usually sponsors going, hey, I noticed there's no sponsor. And then that's more like 5 or 10 of those emails. And then the other 10 emails are people in marketing, which, fun fact, marketing's an absolutely worthless degree, and most marketers I've ever dealt with are fucking morons. And anyways, the rest of my emails are usually them replying to their own email without me not responding to their email. It's like they're having a conversation with themselves, and I find it kind of amusing. I'm sitting there going, well, this is a waste of my effing time. I don't want a sponsor. Go screw yourself. I'm done with sponsors. Never going to do a sponsor. I'd rather go back to work 9 to 5. I think I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy dealing with sponsors. I've had so many bad, awful, terrible sponsors in the past where it's just like, ugh, I can't anymore. So I don't accept any equipment. I don't say I'm going to do a video on this. I just say nothing. I just delete your email. So stop sending me emails. And that's kind of where I'm at. What was the worst one? Had a really bad experience with, let's see. You guys remember about a month or two ago was a pretty bad one. That was Warp Terminal. Warp Terminal was a pretty bad sponsor. They reached out, and I was mad at them. They kind of suck. Their team over there is awful. Trying to think of other ones. Most of the big names I've had to deal with, Netgear, HP, a few others. Usually they have a marketing budget they give a middleman, and then the middleman reaches out to YouTubers, and then the middleman has all this crosstalk back and forth. So I've done a couple videos with like bigger names like that, and those were awful to deal with because there was just so much cross chatter, and then the middleman, again, marketers are really stupid, and you had to deal with them, and they're just complete inept, stupid, like having to explain technical jargon to them. They don't even know what the hell they're telling me, so they're just like, this is what they say to us, and they paid us $1 million to get 100 YouTubers on the list. Here's what you have to do. It has to be said like this. It has to be titled like this. We want Furbies in the thumbnail. I don't know. It's just stupid stuff like that. And I'm just like, God bless. I hate it. I just absolutely despise this with all of my being, and I can't deal with it. It's not like an ethical thing. Like, frankly, the YouTubers that do the sponsor spots every single video, my hat is off to them. I'm not bringing them down at all. That's amazing that they deal with this shit. I just have absolutely zero patience for it. I'm just like, you know what? Keep your money. Fuck this. I'm out. You know? Yeah. I mean, I'm still kind of do the 9 to 5. So I still go into work every Wednesday usually. Sometimes it depends. If there's something else happening at work, I'll switch my day usually around. So it's not that bad. How do we get a new discount for WinUtil? I can PM you my email if I need it. Okay. Our company's director of marketing has the best gig, but could never stomach that. Yeah, marketing is just such a weird beast. It really is. I would say it's like the ultimate boys club. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I think when it comes to marketing, that is 1000% true, because I can't tell you how many just awful marketers I've had to deal with, where I'm just like, how did you even get this job? You're really bad at it. And yeah. Oh well. I mean, but it's not to say every sponsor I've ever done has been bad. Most of the really good sponsors I've had in the past, it's been direct to that company, to that person. Like I've shown like K-Focus laptops. You guys have seen that. It's more obscure, but I've had direct dealings with like the engineering team. And dude, that was so much fun. Like they were like, oh yeah, this is how we set up our bash scripts to update Grub. And then they were like, oh, let's break it down for you. And they even would sit there for like an hour explaining how they built this tool set. And to me, that's like super fascinating. So more so than them sending me a paycheck or anything like that, which actually now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever actually gotten direct compensation from them. They've just sent me like hardware. And I just get to talk to their engineering team. So even more so than getting the hardware, I actually just enjoyed the back and forth with someone that's technical. And that was just so much fun. I enjoyed that. That was great. That was like, hey, I can't believe I get to do this for a living. So it's not to say every interaction's bad with some sponsors, but that was probably the best sponsor interaction I've had, where they sent me some hardware and we had a good back and forth, and I really just enjoyed. I looked forward to talking to them because I was talking to, I think, Mike, I want to say Machinsky, or I'm butchering his last name, but Mike was amazing. I loved talking to him, and it was just a great back and forth, and he was very kind with his time. So it's not to say every sponsor's been bad, but yeah, it was most of the more, your Better Helps, all those other ones you see plastered all over YouTube. It's very much a middleman, and there's a lot of back and forth game, and I just hate it. I don't want that. That just sucks. Would you take a Framework PC sponsor? I actually know some people at Framework. I could reach out to him, and I know Matt Hartley pretty well at there. He's in charge of the Linux department at Framework, and he's a really cool dude. I love chatting with Matt. So I could reach out to Framework and do something like that, but I'm not like so much of a hardware channel than a software channel. So like if Framework did something special in the software side of things, like maybe had like a specialized Linux support or a repo server that controls like the versioning, then that's something I probably would more tackle in that regard. Framework right now, while they have a lot of good Linux compatibility, they are not necessarily like a first party or Linux first kind of hardware supplier. First party hardware suppliers would be somebody that works directly with Linux and then also controls the Linux releases that get put onto the system. So that's your Tuxedo, System 76, K-Focus. I think Star Labs also does it. I could be wrong there, but I know those first three definitely have their own repos. They control the releases that happen on the versions of Linux they put on their hardware, and then they have like 100% compatibility guarantees, where Framework, I don't believe does any of that yet, but I could totally see them doing it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like I said, the whole LTT thing, when I actually went up to them and I saw their whole thing with LTT, like just a little behind the scenes from a lot of these media companies, which that's what LTT is. It's a giant media company. It's man, it's a whole different beast. Like I would never compare myself to like a LTT because LTT has multiple buildings. I think like 200 employees now. It's an insane amount. And they are just insane from the production side of things. And that's just so much work. Most people don't realize how hard and how many hours Linus puts into work. I started this stream out showing my commits to like WinUtil and LinUtil, and I'm like, oh, I've just been super lazy. I've been waking up late and just being lazy, as one does. Yeah, Linus is not like that, man. That guy works his ass off. You know, and I think a lot of people don't give him credit for what he built. It's really a mess. It's really amazing that he built this massive media company. Just how he did and just built out all these people. To me, that's my worst nightmare. So, like, getting that big and having to manage all those people would just be such a headache. And that's just a lot of hours of work, and I'm done managing people. That's just not fun. You still use Thorium browser? Not so much anymore. On, like, lower-end systems, I might actually do it from time to time. I love your comment. Oh, see, I love hearing that. Always learning something new. That's what I try to do. What's your backup system? A couple different things you can do for backup systems. I do local rsync. Most of all my software stuff is backed up using Git directly to like GitHub. But also on some of my Linux systems, I do the built-in Synology backup solution they have. Active Backup, I think is what they call it. And that's actually pretty good for Windows-based systems. So if you have a lot of Windows-based systems and a Synology NAS with 100 terabytes of info, it's not so bad. It's a free solution that works pretty good for now. So, yeah. Yes. 1000%, bud. Managing people equals babysitting. I'm just not about that. And I don't think I'm a very good manager either. I'm very harsh. So probably my biggest weakness, I would say, is I just have no patience for idiots. So I don't mind explaining something if you don't know something, but after I explain it once or twice and you ask me a third time, I'm gonna ridicule you. I am gonna make you feel bad because you should have learned that shit the first couple of times I taught you. And there's nothing worse than having to teach someone time and time again the same damn thing. And that's when I get definitely my patience level runs out, and then I'm just mean. And I don't like being mean. That just sucks. And inevitably when you hire someone, you know, probably 20 or 30% of your hires are going to be good. And then the rest of them are just going to be 70, 80% kind of like meh, warm bodies that contribute a little bit. But frankly, you could probably just do their job in about an hour or two a week, and they don't really do anything. Just my opinion. Yeah. The editing. Oh my god. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind editing. Editing is good. Toby Z, thank you. Tier 1. 2 months. All right. Let's go. Oh, dang, Blue. How you been, man? All right, so what do we have here? We got a lot of different places. I think we're going to do a poll of where we're going, where we're starting out. Let's do a poll to start out with. I know I haven't done a poll in a while. What's the question going to be? Let's see. What are we going to do today? WinUtil. PRs. Boom. NixOS. update. I think it was Nick's Titus OS or whatever it was repo. And Linutil. Man, it's been a while since I've even looked at Linutil. Any other options here? What do we think? Let's go. Or just yap. Well, yapping is just kind of the thing I always do. Hackintosh, man. Oh. It's been a while. It has been a while on that. Ooh. I should do polls to start every stream off. Just be like, what are we doing today? I feel like doing these things guide my ADD. Rice some more. We could do a rice in Nick's. It's been a while. On the ricing side of things, I would say I kind of like my current setup. Oh, High Octane? Yeah, if you bought the Winuto, here's what you do, High Octane. I'll just show you why the poll's going on. Just go cttstore.com. Click here. Log in with your email. It'll suit you an email. You sign in. You go to your orders. You just re-download. You can do it for life. For life. Forever. Forever updates. But honestly, if you still have the executable, it just auto launches auto updates every launch. I get asked that a bunch. Oh my god, did we end up? Where's the poll? Closes. What? What is it? What are we doing? Poll ended. 14 out of 14. Nick's OS or Linutil. Dang, both you guys. All right, we got to do both. Damn. All right. Well, let's pull up Linutil. See what we got. First, we got 29 PRs. Holy crap. All right. First off, what do we got going on? Let's just go Z Linutil. Let's make sure we're up to date. Let's do a cargo run. Make sure we can still build it. It's been 4 months. Eesh. We'll see if I remember how to do this thing. All right, so that's good. Okay. Let's start doing some PRs here. Add colors and suggestions to help menu. What's this do? Kind of got some back and forth. Suspend superseded by 1015. That got merged. Updated PR to reflect 913. Okay. Nice. Looks like it checked all that. Let's see. Add colors and suggestions to help menu. Sounds like a plan. Let's merge that, I think. Let's look at the file changes just to make sure we're not doing anything crazy. Clap is removing STD, help, and usage. And we're just doing default features, it looks like. And an update to cargo lock. Okay. Doesn't seem like that would actually do it, but shit, let's try it out. We see some approvals. Alfonso, Adam both approved these changes, so I know those guys are good. Let's confirm merge and then test it out. See what we see. Yeah, finally Linutil. I know, I've been so bad. That looks so good. Alright. I mean, there wasn't much changes there other than a few changes to the cargo tommel. Alright, that looks fine. On to the next. What else we have? Docker setup. Add current user to Docker group. Done. Back. Approved. Is there a problem? Looks good to me. If you're installing both Docker and Docker Compose, the script will suspend the new group Docker and won't go any further. Should be a different function. Okay. Made a new function. That's a little outdated. We did an update. This was 3 months ago, so yikes, man. People are going to see what the hell that finally got merged. All right, so we're doing a new function in the bash script. Just adding Docker permissions, Docker group. Very easy changes to a bash script. Cool. I don't think I've set up Docker on here. We're gonna give it a whirl real fast. Test out our new script here. Well, new old script that got updated. All right. Pull these changes. Do a little test. And let's just go Docker. Boop. Let's install it. All right, we're gonna do both. All right, so container D, failure. Failed. How about we update our database? Let's try it again. Hey, success. Okay, that's good. Next PR. Just going from the oldest to here. We got a refactor from Jeeve. Installer, remove unreachable Pac-Man case. DNF requires rust up init before rust init. Source cargo environment after installation of rust up. We've got some formatting changes, source, and installation. All right, we have that being redundant. Changes. No, not until you run rust up for this and Fedora Alpine. That's what causes that. Adam gave the thumbs up then. Couldn't find any documentation, so it's just one of those Fedora things. Let's take a look at the code. Spacing, adding Pac-Man right here. And a little conversation over rust init. And consolidation of these two lines to build base, rust up. And that's good. And now we also have the linutil updater. Looks like we're just changing a few extra things. All right, yep, that looks good. Pretty simple changes. How I like a PR to look. Straight to the point, not trying to change the world. I have a feeling we're gonna get a nuke the world commit coming up here soon. Hey Yami, what's happening? Yo. I haven't seen the linutil source code, but I assume it's shit. Phoenix, you're always such a Debbie Downer. I think you, sir, need some Valium. I think it might help your disposition in life. Drugs are always the answer. All right. Add missing blues package. What do we got? Bluetooth manager. All right. Fix localized modified value. Strip some unwanted comments. For some odd reason, the read at the end of the loop is not working, so I added it to each if block. Interesting. All right. Prove that. Kali, how you want to do that? I think it's already implemented. All right, that's the back and forth. Let's take a look at the code. All right, common script. We are changing. Nothing there. That looks identical. All right. Adding blues package to that. I mean, technically, blues utility should grab it as a dependency, but doesn't hurt. All right. And looking back through, function to prompt for MAC address using numbers. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is just like a GUI tool for using the CLI to pair, connect, disconnect, and remove devices. Cool. We're not going to test that. We're just going to move on. Those are just bash scripts. I could always go back through and fix anything that's broken fairly easily. But I doubt anything's wrong with that. Don't eat drugs, people. Not good. Not good. Short. More drugs you do, quicker you die. Solid advice there. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Refactor utility functions. Oh. But why? I knew we were going to get a nuke the world commit coming up. Meh. I don't like it. Close. I felt that Rust traits aren't actually that awesome. It's still a V table, right? I don't know. I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to programming. I just kind of feel the vibes out. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, that code looks good. No, that code, that kind of just like makes it go, ugh. I don't like those changes. I'm gonna just deny that. So I just kind of feel it out. That's how I do my pull requests. If I look at it, I'm like, nah, I don't like that structure. Looks gross. I'm done. So that's it. All right. What do we got here? Solomon. Mr. Solomon. All right. Added attained RPM Fusion repo. Which are a part of RPM Fusion. Okay. Well then, let's see what you're doing, Mr. Solomon. RPM Fusion free updates. Free release tainted. Do we want the taint in the RPM Fusion for you Fedora users? I think Fedora users do want a little taint. We're going to give them the taint. Here you go, Fedora users. Boom. You now get the tainted packages. Boom. You're welcome. All right, on to the next. No taint. Everybody likes a little taint. I mean, you know. Move the installation procedure before usage. Nah. No thanks. I think usage goes first. Meh. Close. Not working with paired config auto exec. Oh, your Rust tracks are failing. Few details. What? Well, let's rerun those, right? Let's go usage. Lints. Can we rerun that? Gosh. Dagnummit. Come on. Rerun. Where's my rerun? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. My unit tests are failing on this one. I want to say we can just click and go. Oh, you can't rerun it. It's probably too old. Oh, well. Oh's well. Oh's well that ends well. Tainted packages essentially just expands your repo so you can install a lot more packages relatively easily. If you're using RPM Fusion, you're probably going to want tainted packages, so yes. I probably should have elaborated a little bit more on that, but nobody really cares. If you're using Fedora, it's like, you probably don't care. You just want to install your packages a little easier. It's like, it's basically like running Arch without the AUR if you don't use tainted packages. To a lesser extent. Like RPM Fusion expands like the base repo, but they're pretty curated. And then when you add tainted in there, it's not as curated, so you do have some, you know, stuff in there, but most of it is pretty good, much like the AUR. Fixes the Rust CI error. Oh, really? Yeah, that looks good. Just giving that primer. And then let's go back to conversation here. Confirm and merge. I really don't like those PR descriptions. Title says more than the actual description. Dark. Agreed. I can't really throw much shade their way on that because my descriptions are even worse. But yes, it would be nice if the description was a little more descriptive. But I mean, can you really? I mean, these people are just donating their time. It's all free, and it's not like they're getting paid to do this. So I'm just appreciative to see pull requests. You know, that's just neat. All right, let's test this. Seems to work pretty good. Let's see, what was the change there? This was adding a skip configuration, it looks like. Skip confirmation, which I do like. Huh. Seems like that's a little redundant on some of that, but... I'm sure it's fine. All right, next. Okay, Rust doesn't do the vtable unless you need that inheritance of the polymorphism bullshit. My brain defaults to no confirm. No confirm, yeah, for Pac-Man. Looks good. Fix failing nerd font installation DWM Titus. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Let's resolve some conflicts here, shall we? Only one conflict. Let's resolve it. All right, so font name Meslo. If FC list. Okay. This checks to see if this is populated, so this is not needed. As far as font name goes, well, you know, I don't think... All right, we're going to get rid of that. Is this even referenced anywhere is what I want to know. Let's check. Font name. That is referenced. Okay. Yep. Let's do it. Do we still have the shell check in here? Let's see. We don't have shell check anymore. I'm sure it's fine. This was DWM Titus. Confirm. I don't need to check that. I just know my shit's good. Famous last words. All right. Common service run it support. Fucking really. Run it. Who is running run it right now? That's what I know. Anybody in chat? Anybody in chat doing run it as a system initialization service instead of system D? Your silence is deafening. I'm gonna close this PR. Like, for real? All right, let's see. Let's before we just straight up close. Let's see. I mean, it's not that. That's not that bad. SV. I don't even walk it. Oh, I know. Void Linux does. I want to encourage people to use Void Linux. That's why I'm actually considering it. I think this is fine. So you check Init Manager. Currently we support systemd and OpenRC, but we could expand it to run it with this. That's not awful. Shit. You know what? Between OpenRC and run it, I mean, you kind of got your bases covered for... for initialization system. So you know what? Let's do it. Let's merge this guy, shall we? I dig it. GitHub's merge tool. That's funny. I don't know why it had a conflict. Why couldn't it merge that? AI is so smart. It should know. Alright, we'll let it do the bashisms and check to make sure. Green square farming. Oh god, someone was like, "Good, your GitHub, you're just farming commits. Oh, Titus, I see you just have an automated script to do a commit every day so you keep your streak alive." And I'm like, really? You think I care that much, bro? Okay. Because I do not have that long of a streak right now, I want to say. I think it's somewhere in here. Let's see. Yeah, my current streak's 11 days. But let's be real here. Like, when you look at this, there's a couple flags that tells you I'm not an actual programmer. Are you ready? Are you ready to spill it out? I'm going to show you my deep, dark, dirty secrets to making your GitHub look like this fantastic green square of amazingness. Of awesomeness, one would say. Ready? So you have... This is actually not very good. I would like to add a lot more issues so then we can get like a true representation of like the little square and have like pull requests at like 9% and like issues at like 15% to actually show I actually use GitHub properly, which I don't. I should be creating more issues when I run into them, but instead I'm just like, I'll just note it down and then just do a direct commit like a plebe. Anyways. So then you see all these amazing, like, look at all these contributions, man. I'm just programming crazy, right? Not really. There's a couple things here. First off, this whole file has a direct commit almost daily, but I don't actually do it. That's a GitHub action that does this. Second thing, there's a big flaw right here in my project's activity. You spot it? Pay no attention to cursor. I've deleted cursor. Screw cursor. I'm done with it. No. And the fact that been programming in 75% Windows. The next stat is why this is the way it is. And that is 50% Lua and 40% on Ashita FFXI. I am using GitHub to sync all my game configurations for Final Fantasy XI, the online game, because I use the Lua for gear swaps and all these more complex things for this old-ass online game that I like playing that's literally 20 years old. And I just am obsessed with this stupid game, and that's where most of my commits have come for the last 2-3 months. I am ashamed. You now know my shame. And, you know, this isn't me farming a job, because as soon as any kind of person looks at my stuff goes, wow, he plays this game too much. And to which I respond, you're absolutely right, I do. Yes, a recruiter might see those contributions and go, dang, this guy, wow, he's really great. But I'm actually just playing a video game for almost 70% of those commits in the last 90 days. Because I'll be playing my video game and be like, oh, you know what? Here, I'll flip over to it just so you can see what I'm talking about. You're going to be like, oh, dude, come on. So I'll be sitting here and I'll be like, okay, so I have my swaps. Actually, this is kind of old. Let's pull down the recent changes. All right. So yeah, so I have my swaps and I have like chat and memory manager. I pull all that in while I'm playing. These are my weapon skills and certain buffs that I like to bind to my numpad so that I can easily cast my spells and just like a button press. And then I have like initializations and unloads. So when I swap to this job, it loads all these specialized configurations for that specific job. And then I have specific weapon configurations based on the monster that I'm fighting. So if it's like a slime, I need slashing damage, so I need to go to a sword. And if I'm on like a bunch of mobs and I need to cleave them all down, I need to go to my third weapon set and do an axe for fell cleave. You know, as one does. And then if I'm in my idle set, it equips all these weapons. And then if I'm like, okay, I need to switch over to I cast a spell, well, how this old ass game works is you can switch into something that has precast that makes your cast time smaller. So for fractions of a second, it equips these 5 items, and then in the middle of the cast, after it starts casting, it switches to things that it affect the actual cast rate. So this is actually spell interruption rate down, SIRD for short. And then if it's a healing based spell, it's going to switch to cure potency. So then I get 40 or 50% more potency. I could go on and on and on, as this is just my rune fencer job. And I just program all that up while I play the game. So it's a way of gaming, yet actually kind of programming a little bit too, and really understanding Lua a lot better as you program. And also you now become like one of the best damn players in the game, because not everybody wants to do this that plays the game. And if you don't do this, I am just way better than you. I'm equivalent to like 5 players that don't do this. And that just makes me feel better. That just makes me feel like elite. So it's a way of programming, playing a game, and I feel like I'm not wasting my brain cells and just sitting there drilling on myself going, mash 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just, oh, boss die. Ah, yes, fire. Ah, cool. You know, you actually have to use your brain a lot more to play this old ass game. And I like that. And you get some programming too. But that's where most of my actual commits come from here. And Lua's pretty fun. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 11. Yeah. It's just, yeah. So that's what I usually do at night. And I have like a group of friends, my online digital friends I like to play. And, you know, get on there, hey, boys, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's just a kind of a cool, it's almost the equivalent of going down to a bar and having a drink with some buddies. So we'll sit there and we'll play. And usually there's like certain events in that game we'll play every night. Even though it's super old, it really doesn't see very many updates. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, that's so true. I've had some where it's like, holy shit, he did 5 commits. That's the Final Fantasy that requires grouping for everything. Yes, you have to socialize, you have to group with everything. I guess you could, like, if you're like a full-on autistic, you want to just bot everything, you probably could do that with Lua and create your own plugins and stuff. Like, there's certain things that I've programmed from an add-ins perspective. And I probably shouldn't show this because it's probably illegal, but I'm going to show you anyways. And like, there's certain things that the game does that I just don't agree with from a development perspective. So, well, these old games, they didn't do a very good job of securing down the code very much. So there's certain things that I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't agree with that decision. A good one's like the UI. Like, HX UI is not something I created. I modified this a little bit to include distances and things that I like to see. Like, hey, how many yalms is every single player is as I play the game? I can see the readout. Oh, I know this spell does 20 yalms and this person's 21 yalms. That's not going to hit them. So I have, like, specific metrics as I play the game and see that. So I like that aspect of things, but Also, like JA08, this is kind of like an old hack. I didn't write this. I think I just updated it for the client that I'm using. And what this does is it goes through and patches certain things from the hex out, and it patches the memory as it goes. And it essentially how Final Fantasy XI works is, let's say you go to engage something, you go attack. There's about a 1 to 2 second delay that you can't do anything while your guy pulls his sword out, and then you can move your character again. It's kind of stupid. The only reason they have that giant delay there is because they don't want you moving during the animation. It makes you look like you're kind of ice skating as the animation's playing. So I just removed the lock. So now when you go to engage, or when you use a job ability, instead of it locking your character in place, you just can freely move around. Is it cheating? Probably. Is it game breaking? Absolutely not. I think a lot more people probably do this. So, yeah. It's just like little things like that I'm just like, I'm just going to change it. And if I get banned, it probably will be a good thing for my health. I don't think I will, though. Those are just such minor changes that it's like, it shouldn't be this way anyways. I'm just fixing their game for them so I can min-max to be the best I can. Yeah. Anyways, where was I? We were still doing PRs, right? Yeah, we were still doing PRs. All right, cool. We were waiting for our unit test to pass. All that worked. And this was the run it support, and we're merging. Bam. You know, I really like the gaming setup in Linux. I think a lot of publishers are hesitant to support it, though. Right now, we have a massive problem with publishers not liking Linux. And I think we just have to not buy games that don't work on Linux. Because the games that don't work on Linux are the publisher saying, I don't want this to work on Linux. So, don't support Destiny. Don't support Call of Duty. Don't support Apex Legends or League of Legends, which, you know, honestly, you're probably mentally deranged if you like League of Legends anyways. That's not a knock against you. I liked it at one point in time. But just like a person shooting heroin, you know you're not doing it good, and you know this is bad for you, yet you continue to do it. That's League of Legends players. They're on par with probably heroin addicts. Both detrimental to you and your life, and yet you still do it. You know? Don't eat drugs, and don't let friends play League of Legends. I'm just saying. All right, add architecture for a specific value for the Debian repo. Oh, okay. What do we have here? Thanks for the PR. The weird thing is official VS Code website doesn't mention that it only works on AMD 64. Ah. I did not know that. Huh. Too complex to fix in the web editor. Really? Say what? Let's see if we can't fix this. Not allowing me. Huh. All right. Well, let's pull up Linutil. Oh my God, it's been so long. It's not even in my recents. Oh, that's painful. Painful, man. Painful. Alrighty. We're going to go to the PR of this. And we want this guy. Shoop. All right. Here's the merge request. I like it. So if we open this PR, we're not going to check out. We're just going to open it. the branch has conflicts that it must be resolved. Okay. How do we resolve those conflicts? Man, this is not that big of a PR. It's just one line. So why is it crapping out on me? Best way to fix this would be... Huh. Yeah. Todd Sweeney is awful. Let's see. You know, probably not worth it. We're just gonna close it. I can't, we could do like a force merge, but I'm just like, for something that simple, it's probably not worth it. Void Linux support. All right, we got another, doing some run it. Huh. Did it? Okay. Apparently I did merge some of these. All right. Man, he's done so many commits since last time Adam looked at this. What is he doing? Oh, bro, don't consolidate all these into a single PR. Oh, never mind. This is actually okay. Initially, I was like, oh, lordy. He's going to do a nuke the world commit. But no, these are actually okay. Good, 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 good. That's fine. All right. I like it. Except for this, the bottom. I think it's okay, though. I don't know why this was separated out for the V console. It's essentially just setting Terminus fonts. 32-bit bold or 32 pixel bold. 32 is a little bit much on the set of Terminus fonts. I mean, if you're 4K, that's fine, but shit, for everybody else, those 1080p users, it's going to be like full-blown old man mode. Anywho. Yeah, it's the same command. Again, that's fine. Not bad changes so far. Okay. That is not correct for... Well, for systemctl, you list the unit files, blah, you're doing a set of .service. That's okay. Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine. So it's just, he properly put it in here. Just misread it. Okay. Good. Service control. When you do stop service, so it's calling this function, stop service. Where's the function? Did I miss the function? Start and stop service is fine, but view started services, view disabled services, view enabled services. I don't see a stop service in here. Let's take a look at that. I believe is it in source? No, not source. Core, tabs, and common service. There is a stop service. You have that case init manager in here. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We merged the other one. That was in a prior PR we did earlier. So that should work. All right, good stuff. Start and enable service network manager. Is that part of start and enable? Yeah, there it is. Well, all right then. He's on top of it. All that looks like it checks out. Void Linux support coming to the toolbox. Let's go. I don't have internet. As a sysadmin, what should I do? Plug your phone in, get internet. Read your man pages while the internet comes back up. I'm trying to think of all the things to do. I don't know. Download more internet. Upgrade your RAM. Go to Micro Center. Oh, man. Oh, no. They're going to get rid of the titty command. We all like the titty command. Who doesn't like titty? I like it. Clean. Ah, such a shame. Port issue templates over to YAML. Ugh! Oh, I think I threw up in my mouth. Port issue templates over to YAML. hate YAML. This is GitHub. GitHub and that's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, GitHub likes to use YAML because, well, it's run by Microsoft and they're brain damaged. But yeah, ugh, I hate YAML. I really like this bug report though. This looks pretty clean. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's gonna help things out a lot, actually. I agree. Let's go. That looks amazing. A lot of time and effort went into that. Just, I mean, templates, you wouldn't think it, but man, if you add a really good template, it does make a big difference. All right, zipper commands. More OpenSUSE. The old SUSE work. We're just adding tar, tree, multi-tail, unzip, cmake, make, JQ. Compile setup. Yeah. Let's go. We're gonna do that. That looks like it was probably some AI garbage I wrote. Boom. Bypass confirm. Next. I think somebody, we've had way too many good PRs here. There's been very few that I've been like, nah. Huh. Preview action PR remote rejection due to name restriction. I don't think so. That doesn't look right. We can give it a whirl. If it's already broken, might as well break it further. That's my view. Let's go. Any reason? Oh my god. Here we go. YAML ran incoming. Any particular using? It looks pretty good to me. It's readable. You know what's more readable than YAML? Everything else. Everything else is more readable than YAML. TOML? Holy shit. Look at that. You want to know why YAML sucks? Spaces. How many fucking spaces is between it? I don't know. Is it a tab? Is it a space? Maybe. I don't know. I guess let's just submit it. Oh no, that shit got denied because there was an extra space in there. Who the fuck thought spaces was a good idea? Give me a fucking comma. Give me, like, brackets. Anything but fucking spaces and tabs. Like, who thought that was a good separator? Oh, this is a sub of this one. No, YAML is awful. The creator should feel bad about himself. And it's just arguably, no, not even arguably, it is the worst. Nobody, and I mean nobody that knows everything from JSON, TOML, YAML, chooses YAML, unless they're brain damaged. There's just nobody that likes YAML. TOML's better. Use TOML. Tom knew what the fuck was up. YAML, no. Made by a crackhead that's probably dead by now. Because that person was not right in the brain when YAML was created. Python, at least, you know, I don't know. Python, sadly, I do use more than I should. YAML is the worst. I hate YAML. Oh my god. YAML. You know when I really stopped trusting Canonical and Ubuntu? This singular event made me go, They need to start drug testing in Canonical. Things are not right up there. Somebody's really, really messed up. And it came, I think it was Ubuntu 18 or maybe Ubuntu 20. Correct me where I'm wrong here, chat. But when they added NetPlan, and NetPlan used YAML, I immediately went, wait a second. What in the hell is this shit? What was wrong with their current way of changing the network? NetPlan? What? What? Who thought this was a good idea? Crackheads, that's who. Fucking Ubuntu people. Anyways, that's just my thought. I'm doing good, Christoph. Doing really good. Yeah. YAML and YML. They can't even agree on the extension. So true. Insane people use YAML. And corporate shills for some odd reason. Like, what was the deal there? I feel like there was some backroom agreement with corporate shills and crazy people. And they're like, let's use YAML. Let's just troll the whole fucking internet and make this shitty markup language that no one will like. Ah! And NetPlan sucks. Yeah. And like doing CI and crap in GitHub and it's using YAML. I'm like, oh, gross. Like as soon as I saw that PR, I was like, oh, he's just trying to fix the template through GitHub, and GitHub requires the templates to be in YAML to do it. Same with GitHub Actions and stuff like that. So it's just like, there's no reason why they use that, other than the fact that they just hate us and wanted to troll us, and that's why they did it. Anyways, feel better now that I got that off my chest because, oh man. Oh my God, gallbladder connected. Oh yeah, my sister had that same thing, Christoph. Had to have the whole gallbladder taken out, but I think it was actually pretty good for her because she has to eat healthier now. Although she still drinks like a fish, so not great. Less than ideal. Expecting consistent with Microsoft own offering was your first mistake. Yes. So the config file and the issue template must be in YML. It can't be YAML, but the actual templates can be in YAML. It's so true, Drift. Oh, lordy. That's funny. Anywho, continuing on. A lot of good PRs here. Drift, I need to get to your PRs over in WinUtil, man. I saw there's quite a few. Quite a few I need to go through. Firewall D. Is this a whole new file? It looks like a whole new file. Firewall D baselines. We're doing SSH, public zone setup. Doing both IPv4, IPv6 for port 22 for rejection. I like it. I like it a lot. That's nice. And okay. Just a, and then we move it down. Okay. I like that. So the preconditions, if command exists, firewall CMD, then it sends it up into here, and then we do the firewall CMD to set all this up. It's pretty slick. Good job, man. Is that Jared? What's his name? Yeah, Jared. Good job, Jared. This is like the third or fourth PR I've gotten from. Son of a biscuit. What? All right, let's see. All right, check it out. merge the changes. Let's try it. I really want this. Let's just do this. Let's just make it happen. Oh, we'll just go back here. Bam. Boop. Failed to read remote compository. Permission denied. Oh, that should be fine. So we do a checkout of main. That's not going to work, is it? I don't feel like that worked. Yeah, that's not going to work. I know. Dude, Sparky, I hadn't seen you in like a year. Did you take time and watch this video and give me your honest opinion if this is a good idea? Oh shit, let's try it out.
The plan for today's video was to show you how to completely remove all AI features from Windows 11.
Okay, what are you doing?
Currently written and integrated part of Windows. It's just an app now. And as an app, we can simply remove it. In fact, it's a web app that uses Microsoft Edge to function. So this is one of those instances where Microsoft's arrogance in forcing people to use Edge, even if it's not their default browser, actually kind of plays off in our favor. So since Copilot is a web app and Microsoft has tied Edge to it, we can just cripple Copilot by eliminating Edge. And since our goal is to remove AI from Windows 11, we have to get rid of Edge anyway.
That's not how that works. It's actually a Windows feature. That's actually a Windows feature. That's not right, right? No. It's not at all how that works. Let me see. No. That's not how that works. Well, the Windows app removal under the hood dependencies. Well, let's see. Let's continue. Maybe the explanation was off.
I'm going to go ahead and download Revo Uninstaller. Now, I showed you how to do this on a video.
Revo does uninstall Edge
pretty well, but this isn't the only thing we're doing of your.
So that's not
folder.
wrong.
So that is Microsoft Edge, and all you got to do is click on it and click uninstall. Now it's going to warn you that on moderate and hit scan, and it's going to go ahead and scan for delete all the reg files are current. But as of right now, Edge is pretty much crippled. So we can go installed Edge. We have another problem now too. So if I click the start button, I'm just going to search for Cyber CPU. As you can see, we have web results right here for Cyber CPU. The problem is if we click on them, it won't work because we no longer have Microsoft
I bet he
Edge.
does. Let's guess what he goes next. I bet you he installs the IE Edge redirect.
So there's one more step that we need to take just to kind of streamline this a little bit. And for that, go ahead and click the
GitHub
start button
repo
and type regedit.
Oh no, he's not using it. He's just going to go straight registry edit.
Account control. And then from here, we're going to want to go to users, software, and then policies, and then Microsoft, and then Windows. And then from here, we want to go into Explorer. And then from this white area right here on the right-hand side of the registry editor, we want to go ahead and create a new DWORD 32-bit value. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and type in disable search box.
Okay, he's just going to disable the search box. Okay.
Out right here. Now, I went ahead and just pasted it from my clip.
I thought he was going to do a redirect, so it would just redirect to like
screen
Chrome.
Right here. It's disable search box suggestions.
You can do IE redirect and
then from here,
essentially keep the search box
suggestions.
suggestions.
You're going to change this value value to 1.
Potato,
hit
potato,
OK.
doesn't matter.
And then at that point, we can go ahead and close the registry editor. And then from here, there's one more change that we need to make also, because as you know, the widgets panel does exactly the same thing. It
Ain't nobody doing
Copilot or
widgets.
have a Copilot plus PC. I have no idea software. And then from selected, we want to go into the blank area on the right, and we want to right click and hit new, DWORD 30. And then from there, once you enablement, features on or off. And it should give you this little screen right here that has all the different features that are built into Windows. And then from here, like I said, I don't have a Copilot plus PC, so I'm not going to have recall listed in here.
Right.
But if you do, you should have Windows recall.
And then you disable it
as
from the
one of
feature. Okay, he
settings
got it.
within
He got
this
it.
area right here. And what you have to do is just go ahead, and we're going to pretend like Sandbox is Windows recall. And it should be
just
checked.
uncheck
Just
it,
go
yeah.
ahead and uncheck it, and then hit OK, and it should paint. And if you click on
So that's like DISM. This is actually right. This is all right, by the way. I may have been a little critical at the start when he said it's just a Windows app. I thought he was going to go like app whiz and just right click uninstall like I saw in an LTT video. And I was like, no, that did not do jack shit. Or didn't do nearly what you think it did. This was really good. This was really good. Props to Cyber CPU.
and then we want to go to software. And then from there, we want to go to Microsoft like we were before. And then from there, we want to go into Windows. We're going to scroll all the way down to
You
the
can just hit
bottom right
W,
here
but you can scroll
into
down too.
Windows. And then from Windows, we want to
Current
go
version.
into current version
Yeah.
right here. And then we want to go into policies. So go ahead and scroll down right here until you find policies. Now, all of this should be alphabetical. And then from here, we want to scroll down until we find paint. And
Can
as
you ask
can see,
Copilot to
we
remove?
have no
Dude, last time I asked Copilot to empty the trash, it failed at that. So I'm curious to
here.
see what the
So
state
what we're going to want to do is
on
we're going to want
release.
to right click, we're going to hit new, we're going to hit key, and then for the key, we're going to type in paint and hit enter.
What's he
And then
doing
we want
here?
to go ahead and open up paint, and we have
No
this
idea.
blank area right here for where we're going to create the policies now. And then for that, what you want to do is right click, hit new, DWORD 32-bit value. And then from here, you want to type in disable image creator, no spaces, and capitalize the first letter of every word. And then once you create that, we're going to go ahead and open it, and we're going to change this value to 1. And then once you do that, you can go ahead and close the registry editor. And at
people
that
still
point, it
use
should
Paint?
disable the image creator if the registry value still works. The only problem with that is if you go back down here and you open up Paint, even if it disables image creator, you still have the stupid Copilot button from within Paint. And unfortunately, there's no way to remove it. Well, there's no easy way to remove it, but there is one way to do it. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do placing it with other apps. We still have to get rid of the A by just running this setup program right here. To come over to the classic Paint, open it, and at that point, you should be able to go back, and as you can, aware of any other apps that do turned on and you turn it off, keep that in mind that once you turn it off, you can't turn it back. The tip that I'm gonna give you too is that if you want to avoid AI in Windows, then definitely don't use a Microsoft account. But now that we've gone through that, we can go ahead and be disabling many AI
That's
features
solid.
within
That's solid. That's a very solid video. I like it. I thought I was just going to see a really blank, generic video, but all those tips were solid for registry edits. So, tip my hat to you, good sir. Very good. Very rare I run into a video on YouTube where I'm like, hey, that's actually nice. That's good. Okay. Have you tried Perplexity? I don't think I've actually used Perplexity directly, but yeah, I would just replace Paint 3D. Same with like Notepad. Don't use the built-in Notepad. It's just like a Windows app that really sucks. Yeah. No, but him showing the direct registry edits on those AI removal and then him pulling up Windows features was what it is. The very beginning, where he was like, it's a Windows app and we can just remove it. I was like, well, that's not technically true. But then he showed, hey, yes, it's a Windows feature in Windows Copilot Plus PCs. You probably would just go ahead and also disable the feature using DISM 2 is probably how I'd expand that to be just a little bit better than what he explained. But I thought his way was pretty solid. I was like, okay, he's getting most of it. So I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, this can easily be implemented in WinUtil. We do parts of that right now. I'm going to be waiting until 25H2 before we kind of expand that out a little bit more. It already is done in the microwin process. So, like, in the microwin process, we do... Oh, yeah, I can follow him. I can subscribe to him. Let's go history.
The plan for...
Here, I'll thumbs it up. But yeah. User-facing components, right? Yeah. Yeah, you disable the actual feature. So, like, with microwin, we actually remove the underlying feature. So, if you're unfamiliar what that looks like, God bless, I can't even remember the feature name at this point. I did a video on it last year. Ah, crap. Actually, you know what? Let's go. How anybody uses Edge is beyond me. What a piece of crap. Let's go. I think it was Copilot. So yeah. Should have that. Come on, Chris, you didn't put it in the notes? Oh man. Did I not? Alright, 1 second.
Translate entire websites in a click.
So I wanted to follow up this video just to kind of show you some of the things I've found. First off, alternative, honestly, I'd rather just have this running WinVer poisons and disaster. So that's the update on recall. Don't update your systems yet until we can find what I can find. Is it all right? DISM recall feature, and then you can just go DISM online disable feature recall. So okay, let's see what we got here. What feature? Let's go WinVer first. Yeah, we're in 24H2. So if we look, oh come on, ugh, gross. Let's go get feature info, feature name, recall. It should still be there. No, did they change it? We forgot online. My bad. 1 second. There it is. Currently, it is in disabled state. So they did fix the actual thing. It was coming enabled, I want to say. So it used to come enabled. This is a stub service for non-Copilot PCs, but it will be probably enabled on there. So I think you can just change the get to a disable. Oh, not, I think it's just disable feature, right? Yeah, disable feature. So then if you did have it, it would look something like this. Boom. And then it would disable it. So that would be if it was not there. It's still there in the background and the files are still stubbed out. You can see some things there with micro when we do remove it. And when you remove those files, when you go into your Explorer, it removes all the tabs. So there's like some weird integration that happens here on the back end. And I think the video after this one, the whole Microsoft recall is not mandatory. It showed how we kind of fixed it, where we removed all of the files, even the stub files for recall, and then made it so you could actually enable it. Or not enable it, but still have like the new tabs and everything in Explorer without it like reverting back. So it's still there. All right. Oh man, Sparky, I'm here. Sorry to hear that. I know you've been struggling with the pain nerve stuff since 2018. That's rough, bro. Chris looks so young. Hey, I lost weight since then, Sparky. Yeah, so there's some dirty work that happens to the Explore EXE process, but, you know. What can I do with this? You know what? Let's just add a line, remove a line on a checkout, and see what we can get going here. I would like to get this thing merged. Just is having problems. Let's refresh. Let's go here. Let's refresh our main. Now let's check out this pull request. All right, this is all checked out. Great. Let's resolve the conflicts. Great. Let's push those conflicts. Great, that's updated. And now we have these. And what I'm going to do here is let's just do like a basic commit here. Just change enough. And I don't think, is that going to allow me to do it? All right, there we go. Perfect. So if we approve that, then I'm going to go back to main and see what we get. Can we merge it now? Okay. I think we're okay now. Let's go back into here. Let's do a refresh of the PR. Perfect. All that looks gravy. Go back to our conversation. And hell yeah. I think that's going to work. I think it's just been such a long time. And we had so many PRs that we need to update this. Nice. We'll wait for that to get through. Yeah, I pulled up a video the other day, Sparky, too, where I was just like, oh my God, look at that young man there. He didn't have nearly as much white hair. Which, you know. All right, that worked. Squash and merge. Let's go. All right. We were rocking. You know, we could probably stay in here and just merge these, right? Refactor, returning mirrors that are down. Well, like that. I don't know why I like reviewing PRs in the browser comparative to... I feel like there's a better way to do PRs. Doing them in VS Code, I'm just like not a fan of. But, Shell check reported by Review Dog. Double quote to prevent globbing and word splitting. Probably want you to double quote this and this under server setup, but it's fine. Oh, FI. Could be finish for like an if-else statement. Use a semicolon or a line feed before FI. Or make the quote to a literal. Shell check. I think, I think we can leave that. Can we? It's been the same for a while. Anyways. Lots of shell check errors. I kind of hate shell check, but I kind of like it too. It's like a double-edged sword. Anywho, the main thing here, meat and potatoes, refactor, A47, CSO, score 5, L20, sort rate, but he's adding save. Oh, he's adding a score. Okay. Then we have an if statement. Hey, if server, check if there are at least 5. Boom. If not, if there's not, then it'll go ahead and copy the mirror list back. Perfect. These are just other shell errors. I like it. We're going to approve that, submit, and then we're going to merge. We could fix those shell check errors, but we're not gonna. Ah, damn it. We probably should, though. Dagnummit. We'll fix it. All right. I feel like we'll just do that. That's fine. I thought we had shell check in here. We do not. Can we add Odin and Himdall, or perhaps even J Odin 3 to win util? At least Odin. Probably Odin's fine. What, like for Samsung phones? Am I thinking of the right Odin? Huh. Yeah, I'm still thinking on this one. I think we should check it out and then resolve the shell check errors. Shoot, let's just check this out real fast. Okay. And let's go into the files. And we're going to go system setup, Arch. And this is going to be the Arch setup, which shall be server setup.sh, right? Yeah, I think it's server setup.sh. Oh, I need to filter out active file. Okay. Now on this, God bless it. C spell. I want to omit C spell from running on bash scripts. Let's spawn a bunny first, though. We'll follow the white rabbit. Okay, cool. Got that done. Shell check. don't see a bash here, but maybe it's under shell. Do not see it there. Are you the only one able to see the shell check issues? I don't know. You should be able to. Spell checker. So for this, I should be able to hide spelling issues. Go problems. I don't see it here. Let's see if we can get like a shell check extension maybe. I don't think I have a shell check. Yeah, shell check's missing. Let's install that. Trust. Install. Beautiful. Now, let's go back to here. Close others. Now we got our shell check errors. Let's see if Copilot fix that. How's it? What did Copilot do? It just added a blank line. That's pretty funny. I don't see the fix here. It's like, here's a blank line. I don't know how to fix that. That's funny. Use semicolon or line feed before to make it literal. I'm not sure. So let's try a quick fix. Let's open it. So, here's how to fix this 1010 error for FI. Use this before done or quote to make it literal. Do. So it's a colon and then a space. Correct code is this. All right. So the globbing for the F, and then just that colon space. Okay, you can do that as well. So my idea here. So technically how it wants it is this. But then the problem is that makes it a whole new line. That's not right. And I don't think you can just quote this like that. I mean, I guess you could. I feel like that's going to screw things up though. You know, so probably what I would do that would just be a little bit better is just do a shell check disable like that. Now for this one, prefer a map file or a read A to split, command, output, or avoid splitting. Yeah. NC is not defined. NC is defined right here. Okay. Like, how is it not defined? It's defined right there, bro. Come on. I guess because it's in an echo command, it doesn't recognize that it is there because it's getting fed in because of the nesting. So, whatever. Again, it's so pointless. Whatever. Yeah. Let's go back to GitHub. Go here. And let's switch back to the main branch. We'll go ahead and grab these down. Just thought it would be fun. I miss anything? Yeah, I mean, shell check's great and all, but yes, sometimes it can suck. Like, yes, avoiding globbing and other things are nice. A bit annoying, and a lot of times I'm just like, it doesn't really matter in this instance, but I can see how it could. So, I mean, there's just a lot of nuance to shell check to where it's not like a silver bullet. It's just, I think unit testing with shell check is good, but it's just so aggressive, and there's just so many like little nuanced things about it that it's wrong more than it's right, but it's still good to have the check, in my opinion. But I just wanted to get those fixed, but it's still gonna fail here. Damn, I gotta fix those, because if I don't, then it's just gonna keep failing on this. Do I care that much, though? I don't think I do. I really don't. I really just don't want to mess with this. I spent 8 hours making this damn server setup script. I really don't want to rock the boat, so to speak. We're going to just deploy. I don't care. We're merging. Squashing and merging. Let's go. Is it loop? Just hit refresh, loop. It should be fine. Shouldn't be flickering. Should not. All right. You just want me to watch more ads. I see how it is. Well, it shouldn't. You get it. What is it? Twitch? It should only show ads every once in a while, right? Let's see. Where's the little ad thingy? Panels. And then I think they make like an ad panel thingy now. Ad manager. What do we have ads set as? Yeah, I think I put it at the bare minimum. Just close that out. Oh, did it? That manager shows it's not even... Oh, I don't even have ads set. Well, no wonder it was not seeing that many new people. Here, let's do some ads. So you got your low, recommended, 3 minutes. Or you can do 22 minutes of ads every hour. Holy bonkers, man. All right, you need 3 minutes for the 55% net share. Pre-roll, fully disabled. If you go less than recommended, partially disabled. So you have to go 3 minutes to get fully disabled pre-roll ads. Then manual. Shorter ads, you can go 0.5 every 10 minutes. I feel like you go 1 minute every 20 minutes is probably the sweet spot. So only 3 times an hour you play an ad to get pre-rolls disabled. Definitely disable pre-roll ads. Pre-roll ad notification, yeah, tell me. Stream display ads. I don't even know what that is. Just don't play pre-rolls, right? Yeah. Here you go. Streamers like you have run 3 to 6 minutes of ads per hour. I don't care. Just don't do pre-roll ads. Ain't nobody like pre-roll ads. It's like the death kiss. All right. There you go. Perfect. Dude, it's so menial. I really just try and do whatever is the easiest. Let me show you. What is my revenue earnings? I made $200 this past month. Almost equivalent to my Starbucks bill. Paid subs is about $120 of that. Prime subs, $77. Thank you all very much. Gifted subs, 43 cents. Ads, I made a whopping $7.68. Essentially a coffee. So, thanks, I guess, for the $7 worth of ad revenue. I think when you get into like the thousands of viewers, the ads start really adding up. I mean, I think that's how that works. But for someone of my size, like 100, 200 average viewers or whatever it is, it's like so small. It really, I would rather just disable ads altogether. But if you disable ads altogether, then all your pre-roll ads get forced on users. So then you get no new viewers coming from Discovery because nobody watches an ad before watching a stream usually. So you have to disable the ads. It's a weird game. It doesn't make any damn sense to me. But whatevs. So there you go. But yes, use ad blockers. Block that shit as much as you can. I can go to Starbucks once a month for free thanks to ads. Yeah, pretty cool. How much money did Twitch make on ads? $28. Seems right. Starbucks is leftist. Oh God. I gotta tell you a story about Starbucks. This is pretty hilarious. And oh my God, you're gonna love it. So I went to, my son is special needs. I think a lot of people know that, but we had to homeschool for most of middle and high school because public schooling here in America is not the best, especially when it comes to someone that has to have a special curriculum. Even when you go to private schools and you're paying like $50,000 a year, it's still not very good, especially for someone that needs like a lot of one-on-one attention. So my wife homeschooled my son. So we got to go to a bunch of homeschool conferences. Don't worry, it's going to make sense here in a second. And we went to one, and this lady made like this fantastic like curriculum. Is going to be perfect for him. We were sitting there chatting with her. Super nice lady. And I was like, oh, this program's great. And we looked at all the curriculum, and I was like, that's going to work perfect for him. And it was very much, you could mix and match because certain things like science and English and maybe math was a little bit less, so you could kind of adjust it to their needs. And I was like, perfect. So we get to talking to her, we buy her book, we get all the curriculum, and we're almost on the way out, and I'm sitting there, I have a Starbucks in my hand. And she's like, you know what that mermaid is on your cup, right? I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be good. So of course I turned her and I'm like, no. What does the mermaid mean? And she's like, it's an evil temptress. You see those, the left sides? That's her legs. And I was like, one could say this is a satanic cup of coffee. I think you're right. It was like the most obscure wacky thing that's ever happened on Starbucks. Oh, I mean, I kept a straight face the whole time. God, I wish I had that interaction on video, though. Oh my God. To this day, I just love it so much. Let's see. Starbucks logo. I gotta pull it up. Yeah. Right here. She was like, this right here. That's her legs. It's like, I see it. See it? Evil temptress. It's the devil. It's the devil. Oh, I loved it, though. I love that story to death. And honestly, that lady's book was really good. I mean, she knew her shit when it came to homeschool. Maybe a little bit crazy. But you know what? She seemed like a nice enough lady. Oh, there you go. Now you know. Now you know about the evil temptress. You're never going to look at Starbucks the same. A little bit crazy. But man, she spent a really good time. I mean, the homeschool book is amazing. And she was a great speaker. But boy. Yeah. Yeah. Florida and Texas. I would like to think Florida wins the battle of the crazy. But you never know. Texas, every once in a while, I'm like, all right, we're doing good in here in Texas. And then all of a sudden, just out of left field, it just hits you and you're like, all right. Yeah. That is what it is. Yeah, she was a nice enough lady. She's a nice enough lady. And honestly, I was like, yeah, I don't care. Whenever I run into, you can run into crazy people like that in life. And you just gotta smile and nod your head. Be like, hey, that's cool. That's cute. You think that, but you know, I love it just because I still laugh about it today, and that brings me joy. So I appreciate her and her craziness. No. No. I make coffee at home all the time. This right here, homemade coffee. I'm not spending $6 on coffee. I showed my Twitch payouts. We can't afford that. There's a reason why my vehicle out in the driveway is 12 years old. I'm not trying to work till I die. And if I go and do and spend money at freaking coffee places, like Dutch Bros is even worse than Starbucks. What car are you driving? It's a early 2010s Mazda CX-9. Fantastic car. I love it. So the early versions of the CX-9, before they did like the push button, it's still a turnkey. And I ripped out the entire dash and redid the car stereo in it and all that. And it's great. I went to a company called McKeedy, and they do wireless like CarPlay, Android Auto, and it'll auto sync. So it has all the features of a new car, but it's like 10 plus years old. And that was pretty easy to do. So, yeah. Yeah, I've loved my Mazda. It's been the best car I've ever owned. Yeah, Dutch Bros brown sugar water, bud. Dude, there's so much sugar in everything Dutch Bros sells. It's insane. Like, the amount of sugar is crazy. Oh, you get a tall coffee? Occasionally, if I go to Starbucks, I get the, like, large Americano. That's not so bad. If you get the larger Americano and then I just add a little creamer, it's not so bad. But, like, This is such an old man thing, but almost every like ordered coffee drink I get now, if it's not just blank, just straight coffee, it's just, they add so much sugar that it's just like, oh my God, I think I got the diabetes from that. So I have to like just get blank coffee and then I'll just add creamer to it. And occasionally, if I'm having one a little bit of sweetness, I might add a little honey, but that's about it. But yeah, the fancier drinks, $6-7, that's crazy. Like, I ain't trying to bankrupt myself, man. I know people are like, it's only $6 or $7. I'm like, yeah, but if you do that 5 days a week, that's $30. You times that by a month, that's $120. You times it by a year, you're up to $2,440. That's crazy. That's nuts. All right. Wait, what was wrong with you? Oh, yeah. That was good. But yeah, sugar. I think that's what most people's problem is when it comes to health. Sugar and carbs, man. Which carbs are pretty much sugar, so it's like saying sugar and sugar. But, just cut back on your sugar intake. Cut back on your carb intake. Same difference. I drink my coffee without coffee too. I call it water. It's good. It's good. Every once in a while, whenever I'm doing these PRs, I do like to do a quick run. Just make sure I didn't break anything. Don't have any weird code. Still passing everything. And fast fetch. Add Arch 664. Jared again. What do we got for conflicts? Bug? Better not be a mosquito in here. Texas-sized mosquitoes, they'll eat your damn. All right. Well, I don't quite understand this commit. It's essentially just removing the ARM branch of fast fetch. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah. I think this one's a miss by old Jared. Let's look at the files changed. Oh, no. That's right. He's adding the ARM. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. That's correct. We're just missing the old fix for this. 1 second. Let's just fix this guy. Boop, boop, boop. Line all that up. All right. All right, that looks good to me. It was just like an earlier commit that just hadn't quite made it into this one. We probably could have updated it, but let's just commit this, and I'm going to let the checks run on it and see if we get anything with the unit testing that's wrong. Panera lawsuit, Lemonade death. I do not remember that. What is that? Panera faces lawsuit over charged lemonade. Energy drink after 21-year-old's death. I mean, last time I went to Panera, they were just crazy stingy for like a little like handful of lettuce that charged me like $15, and I was like, what a ripoff. Friend of the... Okay, so Sarah went here. She died. So the cause of death was due to QT syndrome, disorder where it causes fast or irregular heartbeats that can be life-threatening. Uh-huh. So it's caffeine oriented. It's traditional lemonade. But it wasn't labeled as charged lemonade. Well, how much caffeine did they toss in this lemonade? Maybe I need to go to Panera more. Let's see. Plant-based clean with as much caffeine as a dark roast coffee. Damn, that's a lot of caffeine for lemonade. Wow. Comparable. So a large cup of 30 ounces contains about 390 milligrams of caffeine. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Now that is a lot of caffeine. Wow. Damn. Man, Panera was hooking it up. They killed somebody with caffeinated lemonade. Maybe I need to go in there and get me some caffeine lemonade. They probably don't sell it anymore after this. Sad face. But, man, that's wild, bro. Hey, this passed. Nice, let's merge. Add Art64 support. Thanks, Jared. Huh? That's crazy. Jet KVM. Huge in the home lab scene, man. Everyone uses Jet KVM now. Whew. And they give unlimited refills. And they don't even advertise it contained caffeine on the label. Yeah. Just American things. That's the most American article I've ever written or seen. That's great. Good for Panera. Hooking us up with tons of caffeine and not reporting it. You can just imagine someone taking like their 10-year-old kid in there and going, "Mom, can I have some caffeine?" And then gets up there and fills up like this giant large, and the kid downs it and is just like, "Ah, let's go! Let's play some Roblox!" Oh, I'd be so pissed as a parent. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Yeah. Super autism mode, yeah. Ugh. Gut rot. Oh, yeah. From too much caffeinated. I could see that. Gotta mix in the water, man. I'm always harping on people. Make sure you're drinking your water, you know? They had it right next to soft drinks. Yeah, well, they always have it like up on the counter with all of them. I mean, honestly, that's the only thing Panera had going for it was the drinks. Like, the food itself was just so damn expensive. Like, I think the last time I took the family to Panera was like on a road trip, and it was like the only like somewhat clean eating we could get, and I ended up spending like 60, 70 bucks for lunch for a family of 4. And I was like, damn. This is too damn much. And then, like, I remember getting whatever I think I got like a bread bowl, and my wife got like a small salad, or just, I think it was supposed to be just a salad, but I call it a small salad. And I was like, dude, this is pathetic. We got completely robbed. This store robbed us. Yeah. That's what I pay for dinner for one? Damn, Woozy, what you doing? Having like a freaking prime rib? Filet mignon every night? Woo. That's nuts. I need a drink, speaking of drink. Speaking of caffeine and drink, let's have something a little unhealthy. We're going to go with the V8 Sparkling Energy. Lemon lime flavor. Let's go. Did you know it has one combined serving of veggies and fruit in here, along with a bunch of sucralose, ascorbic acid, nitrates, and other really healthy stuff. Vitamin B12 as well. 10 grams of sugar, 50 calories. You know, not great, but not that bad either. Tastes so good. It tastes better than water, I'll say that much. Fix little arch bugs. Ooh, what do we got here? Okay. Boo-doo-doo. Zed. Anybody using Zed? Old IDE. I remember when it came. I saw the beta of it, but I hadn't really used it since. Hey, Sparky, you use that, so it must be all right. Very healthy. Oh, we don't have eMMC support. Interesting. Looks like. Okay. What do we got? Flash, storage, hard drive. Huh. So. It looks like the case is wrong. 0-1 star. This looks like. Nah. That looks wrong. What else we got here? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Don't really have the testing for that. I think I'm gonna deny it. Yeah. Open router. I don't think I've ever used Open Router. I need to take a look at it. Do you smoke? Hell no. Absolutely not. I don't smoke or drink. I used to drink. I think I even had a Debian stream where we... Oh, geez. I think I downed like a fifth of vodka or something like that. It was a lot. I got wasted by the end of it. It was like a 6-hour long stream. And I was installing just vanilla Debian. And, bro, I could not even see straight towards the end of that stream. Open router AI. What is that? But yeah, I don't drink anymore. Liver doesn't like it when I drink, and it makes me sleepy. So I don't even get. It's not even fun anymore. And then I never liked smoking. I just always thought losers smoke, and I didn't want to be a loser, so I didn't smoke. And yeah, that's about it. Just like, nah. So I don't really do any of that anymore. Yeah. So only losers smoke weed? I wouldn't say only losers. There's also people with like epilepsy that smoke weed. Um, let's just say this. I've never met a really successful pothead. I'm sure they exist somewhere out in the world. But typically every pothead I've ever done has, man, I mean, super popular, especially in the younger population. But dude, it just zaps inhibitions and like anxiety because people don't like feeling anxiety. So I get why they smoke pot. But sometimes that anxiety like propels you to succeed and get better. And if you just like completely numb it out, well, you're just going to end up playing video games and watching Netflix, and you're not going to want to actually better yourself. So then you kind of get stuck in this loop and you just become a loser. So that's why I'm like, yeah, mostly losers smoke weed. I pretty much stand by that statement. Yeah. Like, I mean, I get it for medical purposes. And honestly, if you're older too, I think like there's a case to be made here. Like if you're 40 or 50, you either figured out life or you didn't. So if you're over 40, I'd say, have at it. You either figured shit out or you didn't, and now you're just stuck. So smoke away. I think there's a strong case in your 20s to try and avoid it. Because that's like such a pivotal point in life. And I've had so many people in my family and stuff that smoke weed. And they smoke a lot of weed. And when they did it in their 20s, they just, I don't know how to put it, but they're just losers. They never went anywhere. They never did anything. They keep working the same dead-end job. They have the same complaints. And they usually have some form of brain rot from just like the news feed. And they're just like caught up in that all the time. And they're like, oh my God, did you see what happened in this news? And I'm like, I have a feeling you're going to tell me. You don't have to, but sure. I mean, if that's what does it for you. But yes, I think weed in the 20s, I think it's just not good. And frankly, alcohol's probably not that great either. I mean, I drank a bunch in my 20s too. I maybe smoked a little weed, but not much. Maybe recreationally, probably 10, 20 times. And that was it. I would just not make a habit of it. Because it does remove your inhibitions, and I think it does make you a loser. You know? I get it. I leave all my problems to Jesus. Oh, God. Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, famous potheads, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay. All right. Whatever makes you feel better, bro. All I gotta say is look at real world examples. Look at the life around you. If you're smoking weed and you're making $100,000 plus and you have a successful job, who am I to tell you that you're a loser? Obviously, you're doing all right for yourself. But chances are you aren't making $100,000. Chances are you don't have the job that you want. Chances are you might struggle with anxiety, and that's why you numb it with weed. And you probably are the loser I'm talking about. Oof! Oh, that hurts, and it hurts me to tell you that. But I've been in your position, and I've been a loser before, too. And it's just facts. Sorry. Alcohol is worse than weed in some respects, for sure. I think alcohol I think alcohol is much more damaging, especially to the body, the liver, the mind. You can see it. I like to use real world examples of people I know and myself and how it's affected me negatively. Fucking shot my liver, dude. Alcohol, fuck, messed me up. People that's well in their 50s and 60s that have drank a whole bunch pretty consistently, at least once a week or more. Typically, when they hit around their 50s, I see a massive cognitive decline, and they do have major issues. So, alcohol is definitely a bad drug, especially when abused or used consistently over a long period of time. I think it's way worse, and that affects. I think the same case can be made for weed, especially on an earlier perspective from like a 20-year-old thing. I don't even know how we got on this conversation. I'm not here to be your dad. If you want to smoke weed or go drink and get drunk, by all means, you do you. I'm not here to like boycott you and be like, I can't believe you need Jesus. I'm not that guy. I believe in personal freedoms. You do whatever the hell you want. I'm just saying, don't be sitting there smoking weed and going, I think I'm coming up with some amazing thing. I think I'm going to come up and invent the next iPhone, dude. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to go code and I'm going to make something of myself. But I'm going to do that tomorrow because I just can't right now. That's every pothead I've ever met. All right. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't want to piss everybody off. Sometimes it's best not to ask for my opinion because I will just tell you. You know? I'm gonna go do some cocaine. It's a hell of a drug. I've heard good things for energy levels. Oh. Everything depends on the amount. Agreed. Like this right here is a good take. I love Drift. Everything depends on amount of consumption, to be honest. You can say the same about vegetables and all the other topics. If you make a habit of something that we all know is not good for you, it's not going to end up well for you. So, like, if you consistently do something that's bad, it will compound and have a compounding effect that is negative. I think we can all agree on that. Now, if you just do something like, if you go have one drink once a month when you're out and about, who cares? It's not going to probably do much for you, and you're not getting completely hammered. It's probably negligible, right? But if you do that every single day and it's compounding and it's something bad, then it's of course going to have a bad effect on you. And that's just the same can be said for good things, though. Like, if there's compounding effects that make you better too. Like, if you practice and study every single day, you're going to have a better life at the end of it. It's not going to happen immediately, but if you do it every single day for an entire year, damn, at the last bit of that year, and you've increased, a fraction of a percent every day, and you've gotten better every day, you're going to notice, oh my God, I'm way better now. So, I mean, it's the compounding effect is a huge thing to all of this. I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. I don't know. I wouldn't say that. How many potheads and alcoholics run Linux from scratch? I don't know. Probably more than you think. I think you have to be a little off kilter to run Linux from scratch. As someone that has actually loaded up Linux from scratch, I was like, why did I do this? I think I'm a little brain damaged. I think I'm gonna close this request. I just meh. Next one. Bad decisions like having drinks in a bootloader. So, I think we need to talk about bad decisions and having fun. Sometimes there is fun in making a bad decision. I think there's a strong case for that. And that's okay. Because I've made plenty of bad decisions and had a hell of a good time doing it. I think you got to do that every once in a while. I think if you're just a saint and you just do everything right all the time, man, that's kind of boring. Sometimes you just got to do the bad thing. And that's okay too. Various fixes to server setup. Oh no. You're messing with my 8-hour long SH file. You better be good. I don't know. What you doing here? What you doing here, Willis? Oh, that is a fix. Okay. VFAT FS. Difference between VFAT and FAT. Okay. Huh. I wonder. I don't think that really matters. Difference between FAT and VFAT, I'm not sure. I don't think it really matters. It looks like the same syntax to me. Make directory boot instead of EFI. And then mount U. Removing the type. Okay. That's fine. DHCPD. And yeah, we're doing a reboot anyway, so I guess you don't have to do the -- now. And grep C. Let's make sure this command is proper. 32. It is. Reflector. I don't think we're using reflector, are we? If I'm right here, I want to say we are using reflector. Never mind. My bad. So we're doing a systemd timer for reflector. Okay. I like it. Very good changes all around. Let's rock. Good job, JB. We're gonna squash and merge those. On to the next. Missing import of common service script. Alright. What do we got? Yeah. Easy fix. Even if it isn't needed, probably good to have. Alright. Next one. Shoot, are we going to get through all these PRs? Maybe. Hot diggity dog. Polska Gromum. Nice. I think Adam Polish. Ooh, polls. All right, here we go. We are doing escalation. Do we want to install headers? Ah. I've never seen it, this if statement. I guess it runs this and then does a then. Look at that. That's kind of an interesting way of executing an install. It's like an install inside of an if statement. It's kind of interesting. All right, take care, Sparky. Now I'm getting ads every 20 minutes. Oh no. Oh no. The dreaded ads. They've come for you. Oh, hell, let's try this out. I don't know how much that works. I'm kind of curious. I'll approve it. Squash and merge. Let's go. Can you take a look at my spec file for your WinUtil package so I package it correctly? Tell me if I'm missing something the build requires. What are we doing here? So you got to build the TUI before, or you got to build core before the TUI. So make sure you build it up first. Actually, when you do the main build, it should do it. Looks fine. We publish it to crates.io though. So if we look at I think it's cargo toml. No, let's go into the TUI actually. I can't remember which one goes first. I remember one time I screwed up on the publication. Dependencies. Is this it? TUI term. No. Yeah. So this does require core. So LinUtil core has to be built before. Yeah, that's what I thought. So if you look at the cargo in LinUtil core, you build core first, and then I publish core, and then I reference the new core with TUI, and then it builds it right. But yes, it should be fine. Only got 1 in an hour. The ad was for 10 seconds. Oh, that's not so bad. Poksa Gromon is Poland on top with spelling errors. I'm Polish too. Oh, man. No, Adam's good people. I like Adam. All right. Fedora gaming fix. What do we got here? Jared again. All right. A lot of the Fedora stuff was vibe coded. I want to say. So these I'm kind of cool with. I think Jared knows what he's doing here, because I am not about to install Fedora to check. We'll just check out issues. Although some of our issues we need to make sure. Tech CPU on RPM. Yeah, again, another Fedora screw up. Yeah, a lot of the Fedora I just kind of guessed on. It's been such a long time since I've used it. I want to say probably 3 or 4 years. Although I had a little stint with Bazite, which is Fedora based. Which I still like Bazite. I still think that was... originally, when I started this stream, we were going to do Linux install for beginners. Upgrade Alpine. Nice. APK, right? Let's see. What do you got going on? Alpine upgrade. Alpine's fantastic, by the way, for containerized stuff. Alright. It's legit. Let's go. Why Linux for beginners? Why not something for advanced users? You want advanced users? Here, you guys decide. Anybody that stayed in chat, listen to my bullshit for as long as y'all have, you get to decide my next video. Let's just do a poll right now. The next video is gonna be what should be how to install Linux for ... beginners, advanced users. Should we add a third option? Well, it's definitely one of each, but which one comes first? That's really the question here. Let's just do beginners and advanced users. I think that's easy. We're, of course, going to be doing a video for both. But what should I start with? Deranged users. Oh, man, I love it. Are the steps beginner and advanced, or the setup? So, like, how I envision, like, a beginner would be setting up Bazite, right? Would probably be something in the beginner realm, kind of showcasing that. An advanced setup would be more of a, like, a tiling window manager based setup, such as Hyperland or full CLI, and then just adding a few packages to get to a functional system state with not adding a bunch of bloat. So that's kind of the two differences between the two. I would probably show, depending on what you have. Where a beginner setup would be like, when you install Bazite, you install it base KDE configuration, and then I'm thinking adding like a few different things, like understanding what DistroBox does with Arch, Fedora, Debian, how to install applications through DistroBox and launch them on your systems while also them being containerized. Understanding Flatpak. It's gonna be a long video regardless. 6-hour Debian bad USB install. I've already done that one like 3 times. I mean, it's a crowd pleaser, but I'd like to do something new. Deranged users, aka Chris and his users. It's fair. It's a fair point. Care to explain? Linutil core is in there. You just have to build it first. It references core. So when it does the Cargill TOML file, it should build the core first and then the TUI. The TUI is dependent on core though. So core has to come before. And honestly, that should be in the Cargill TOML file. So let's pull this. If you look at Cargill TOML, you should see well, I feel like there's a better way to write that. It's been too long. I don't remember. I blame all the weed and alcohol I drank in my 20s for this. There's so many clips in this stream that are gonna get me in trouble. All right. All right. Keep going. I want to get through all these. Installing, uninstalling desktop and window manager. Ooh. What do we got going on here, Phoenix? What? Oh, we got lots of bashes and problems. Oh, no. You're creating new functions. Wrong. Wrong. These packages are closed, though. I think we actually don't close this one. I think he just needs a little help. Make sure you're using POSIX syntax. Yeah, he just needs a little help. Request changes. Make sure syntax. Let's just do a list. Do a bullet point list. Make sure syntax. This POSIX compliant. And no bashes. Me and my inability to spell. Do not make unneeded functions. Use the existing common scripts.sh for things like distribution, identification, or package manager identification. What else we got? I think it's pretty good. That's some good stuff to go off of. Alright. Changes requested. Denied. But I'm not going to cancel it. I think it's a pretty good start. Add Solus. What do we got here? Jared. This is ready. Shell check isn't catching it right, but it's ready. Thanks, Jared. Alright. Yeah, shell check. Always screwing something up, I tell you. Old shell check. EO. What? What is this package manager? Is this something new? Why am I drawing a blank? Oh, it's a Solus package. I got you. It's up there with, okay. Yeah, syntax is almost identical to apt. That's cool. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe Zipper does require the dash non-interactive, does it not? Distro box, enter, open SUSE. Start me up a container, shall we? Zipper dash help. Actually, let's go zipper install dash help. All right, what do we have? Zipper help options. Do we have a -y? I don't think we do. That's incorrect. Do we have a What was it? A non-interactive. Do we have any love with the non-interactive? Non-interactive. Yes, actually. There it is. They changed it. They changed it on me. They added the -Y option. Non-interactive global option. Default false. Now you know. Wow. You can do no -- no confirm. I didn't know. OpenSUSE is kind of impressive, I will say. You know, OpenSUSE doesn't get much love, but they do a pretty good job. Yeah, they do a pretty good job. All right. Well, that looks good, dude. Why is there a refresh? Are you doing commits while I'm live here? Jared? What you doing? What you doing, Jared? In the middle of a review. Let's see. Let's just see. That's actually looking pretty good. Looking pretty snazzy. My bash setup. Now they do have Starship built in there, alright. Yeah, I think we probably need to look back through the packagers. I want to say there's a lot more people that don't require the curl install of Starship anymore. A lot of package managers are now starting to include it. So that will probably change with some time. All right, that's looking good. Yeah, I added escalation tool for the Flatpak install, which is needed. And compile setup, looking good. Removing some white space, adding a couple more packages. Hey, look at that, still showing some love. Old Alpine. What else uses APK package manager besides Alpine, I wonder? Not looking good. Looking good. I like it, man. Like it a lot. Nice. What shell check fail on? Oh my gosh. Unit tests are failing. I can't, obviously. Oh. The review dog does not approve. Probably quote globbing, I bet you. Double quoted string. Oh, what's this? This is actually an end quote. Dun dun dun. Compile setup, line 63. Well, let's take a look at line 63 of compile setup, just to see. Just to see what shell check's complaining about. It's probably nothing, but it's always worth taking a peek. Where are you at? Was that system setup? Compile setup, I want to say. No. Shoot, I've already lost it. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I still like Vim. I need to get better about programming in Vim. I think a lot of times what I end up doing is... Okay. What'd you change on me? Ah, yeah. You added the quotes around that. Could not parse. Double quoted string. Fix allowed. Well, that looks right to me. What changed? Dog, you go home. You're drunk. You're drunk, review dog. I don't see a problem with this. That looks good to me. Again, shell check, not always 100%. Huh. Anyways, let's give it another approval. All right. TJ down the hall and listen to the Vim echo. Do we need to send Review Dog to the farm upstate again? Yes. Yes. Review Dog needs some... How do I put this? Re-education on how to check shell. Oh. Alrighty. I think that's it for today. It ended up being just a Linutil day all the way around. Let's end it with a update to Arch Linux, shall we? I'm just waiting for the day this blows up on stream. That's why I do it every stream. Because if you look, we've been on Arch for a whopping 419 days. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk that? That's crazy. %60 of the time, it works every time. The developer of your Chatterino package dropped it from the AUR. Lord, please tell me this is not true. Is it true? We must get to the bottom of it. Chatterino.com. Tell me you didn't do this. Why hast thou forsaken me? Chatterino. What Chatterino are we on? I'm about to show you something you've never seen in your entire life. I'm going to show you why your package manager and why Linux distributions simply do not matter. You ready? Are you ready to have your mind blown here? I'm about to show you why I don't give a damn that they dropped this from the AUR. And while we're going to just purge it, right? It's gone. Chatterino no more. We're going to go into here. We're going to hit download. We're going to grab the Linux package. And then we're going to grab the AUR app image here. Actually, let's go on GitHub because I don't trust that they actually updated their website. Oh, they did though. It's 2.5.3 now. So let's go here. 2.53. We're going to get app image. Now you might be thinking, Titus, you're just going to install app image? That's like not teaching me anything. Well, I could use gear lever. We could manage it. We could do some cool stuff there. But I'm not going to do it that way. Probably should do it that way, but I'm not going to do it that way. We're going to open this up. We're going to take this. We're going to put it in here. There you go. Okay. Chatterino. Let's just remove everything. Actually, let's move Chatterino. Let's just put that back there. Let's just remove this. Yeah. Oh, what is this? I don't know what that is, but let's get rid of it. All right, let's move Chatterino back to here. All right, so we got Chatterino back. Watch this command. We're going to go... Wait. First off, let's make it executable. We're going to go Chatterino -- extract image. Boom. No. That was not right. Hold up. 1 second. App image extract is what I need. Good night. I was going to do a video on it. Found this command the other day when I was messing around on a server. I was trying to install NeoVim. And then it was a Debian-based server, and it was like NeoVim 0.7. I was like, ugh. Dirty Debian user using NeoVim. Gross. Anyways, so you do app image extract. That's where the magic happens. So then what it does is it extracts the entire app image. And then you can take the squash root, and then you can take this and drop it anywhere you want. So if you look at the user, you can see it's right there. But let's say you wanted to integrate this app image directly into your system. You could easily do it by taking this, moving the USR folder to root. Just go, hey, override the entire USR folder. Totally okay. Sure. I'm going to need to do that as super user, though. Let me think about. Maybe not use move. That's probably a wrong way. Don't do this at home. Let's just go AVP, and we're going to go USR, and then we're going to put that in root. Totally okay. Ready? All right. That's great. So now, if we look, we need to do it as super user. Yeah. All right. Great. So now we've done that. And if you look, probably going to nuke my system here, but it's going to be fun. If we look at USR Chatterino, it should be fine. So now if you look at your bin, you should have the Chatterino plugin right here under C. I could do a grep, but I'm already halfway committed to the scrolling, so we're going to just keep scrolling. We're going to go Chatterino. Almost there. There's our Chatterino. So we know it got copied correctly. And we look here. We still have the desktop file as well. So if you look at desktop, let's say you need to... Oh, did I break something? Oh, shit. Did I break Fuzzle? Uh-oh. Shit. Is libpango? Did I just overwrite a possible library and this is why you should never do this? Probably. Damn. Let's see if... Did I really do that? Do we have any pango love in here? Shit. So this is why you don't do that. That's obviously not a great thing. Ruh-roh. Hmm. Well, don't extract the library folder out of there. Maybe just copy the binary. And then maybe like any libraries that don't already exist. But don't overwrite the existing libraries because you might run into problems like this where it's expecting a version like libcurl4 and you overrode it with libcurl3, which could be problematic for a variety of problems, like it was used by your package manager to update your system. So there is that. Now, I would use timeshift to also fix this problem, but we've also broken timeshift because the libraries are wrong. Double shit. Okay, Grub Better FS would be nice to go back to the prior snapshot if we were using Better FS, which we happen to not be. But all this is fine. And you might be thinking, Titus, you're awfully chipper. There's always another way. There's always another way. Let me just think for a second of what that other way is. 'Cause there's a way. Let's go into the M&T. Nope, nothing there. Where does timeshift store snapshots? In the timeshift directory. Does it really? I don't think there is a root timeshift directory going on there. So, let's go timeshift. Ah, there it was. What was it? Varlog timeshift. Oh, we could look at those things. So, let's just go with the tail on var log timeshift. We got some log files here. We're just gonna go with the last one, right? 06-20. And we're gonna go with 15. So this put it in run timeshift backup. All right. Let's go to run timeshift. So there's nothing there, but that's okay. We could manually mount this, right? We can just manually mount this. I think we're tossing some time shift. Were we using 126? Dev 126 P2? Alright. We're just gonna mount this guy. It's all good. The data is always somewhere with the backup. We'll just toss that into there. Fuck. Shit. Even broke the mount command. That's impressive. Hey. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Maybe we did that. Did we overwrite our library? Nah. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. Yeah. You're right. There's still hope here. All right. CH own. Let's just go with root star. Yeah, let's go. All right, now. Yeah. We're good. All right, yeah. Anyways, fix those permissions. I don't think that actually fixed anything, but... Yeah, yep. That's okay. Can't even reboot the system, huh? All right. Woo! Really broke it. All right. Just a small error here we're going to have to clear up. No reinstall. We don't reinstall here. We're on day 400 and something. We're not doing that. We're still fine. I'm still confident I can bring it back. I am supremely confident in this. Probably just run the app image and use gear lever to manage it. That's probably the most simple way to do it. I just wanted to show a new way, which obviously not great. So yeah. We're just gonna have to kick this thing and move this along here. One moment. No. It's fixable. It's fine. I think really, if you just copy the binary over and then like look to see if you're missing any libraries, that's probably a better way to use the app image extract. I think I just illustrated what not to do, and that's okay. That's okay too. I can't remember what my was it shift or escape? HP servers are so weird. Can't remember what the boot is. I think it's escape. Yeah. Flashbang. Haha. Let's go. It's fine. Don't be so dramatic. It's totally okay. Damn, I don't have any recent ISOs in here, do I? Shoot. We're going to have to go to Arch from 2024. Okay. Whatever. It's an old image, but it still checks out. Stream gets a 10 out of 10. These are the reviews I crave. Yeah. 2024 Arch. What could go wrong? We'll just use the 2024 Arch to update our 2025 Arch. Problem solved. Like, Arch from a year and a half ago, I'm sure is fine. Yeah. Oh, wait. You guys gotta see what's going on here. You gotta see what's going on. Yeah, you gotta see the magic that's about to transpire. You're gonna be like, Titus, you're a genius. And I'd be like, I know I am. I'm so smart. I can't help that I'm this smart. It just comes naturally. that I do really dumb things. But also, the core. Boom. Hmm. Yes. Shit. How did I do that? Oh, you know, I don't think time shifts in Pac-Man. I think that's AUR only. Yes, yes. Oh, no, time shift's there. Nice. Yeah, let's just install that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, so since we're using a 1.5 year old, all the signatures don't match anymore. Problem there. Let me just think for a second. What kind of BOK was what was that P2? Oh, it was EXT4. Maybe I just got the mount command wrong. I mean, that should work. Mount point does not exist. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're good. We're good. Okay. Oh, I named it the backup. Let's remove the backup. We're just going to remove the backup directory. Okay. So if we go into save me, actually, while we're here, let's go Pac-Man, rsync me. I need me some rsync. Nice. So, look, let's go into time shift. Let's go snapshots. That one looks fine. 2012. Yes. Yeah. So we're just gonna rsync AVP all of this, and we're gonna put this in MNT the core and lib. Yeah, we're gonna save the core. So we're going to take everything from here and put it over there. Boom. What could go wrong? You need a break or something? No. No break. We fix it now. Then I go on break. It's going to get done. We're just going to take everything and put it into the library. It's fine. This is fine. This is going to work. Now, looking back on this, though, maybe not doing an asterisk and grabbing every single package right after we did a system update. This could backfire spectacularly now that I think about it. Really, we should have just grabbed the files from the extract. So we probably just made things infinitely worse by doing it this way. That was just not a great idea. Oh well. But I think it's fine. Why not just run time shift from the ISO and use one of the time shift? Because that would be too easy. And this looks cooler. Sort of. Alright, anyways. Let's just U-mount all. Let's see if our system boots. What do you guys think? Over, under 50-50 of it actually booting? I think we get a kernel panic. Yeah, about a 50-50. Doing the system update after this snapshot means some of the libraries are going to be off. So I still think we're going to have some problems. So probably restoring time shift would probably be the thing to do here. Although, it might not be as broken. Hard to say. Let's see if it boots. We gotta have some excitement in the stream. I felt like the stream was too dull. I was like, yeah, you know what? I think we gotta do something to the system. You know? Bring it down. Go, you know? Let's just wipe out all the system resource libraries and overwrite them with, like, mismatching versions. What could go wrong? You know, not a whole lot. I mean, I personally think this is fine. A little bit of a failure, but not that bad. It's fine. We're just gonna go to a different TTY. I didn't like that one anyways. TTY 2 is just better. Let's see if the mount command came back. We might get that back. That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, let's see if time shift works. Hey! Look at that. Time shift works now. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go 2025-06-20_12-00-01. Restore time shift mounted there, blah blah blah. Restore all default options. Nah, don't reinstall the bootloader. Let's not get crazy. Yeah, no warranty, sure. Let's go. Come on. Come on, give it to me. Give me the goodness. Oh, it'll work now. Unless one of the libraries prevents rsync from actually working. Then we'd be screwed for this restoration. However, the files exist, so we'll be fine. That's why I only update during weekends. Wise words. Only update during the weekend is always a good thing. Yeah, BetterFS would be done by now. See, this is why, like, ext4 kind of sucks sometimes, where BetterFS is just, like, atomic, and it's just like, boop! Just immediately swaps over, and you're done. Yeah. Yeah, snapshots aren't really backups. Now, this does... So there is some rhyme and reason to my madness. This is on a mirrored array, 3 terabyte mirrored array using traditional NAS devices. And they does a 1-to-1 copy of all my files. So it copies all my files from my NVMe over to this rated mirrored array of traditional NAS storage devices, and all my stuff just lives over here. So whenever I just blow something up, I'm like, nah, okay, I'll just copy it back over. So it never really matters, even if I screw up and repartition, whatever it is just is always working over here on this. The downside to doing it this method is, even though it's more reliable, it's more stable, it's slow as balls. So the restore time when you do it this method, not great. And with that, we're going to have to end this stream, because it's just going to be sitting here building a file list for probably the next 20 minutes. And then the copy's going to take probably 4 or 5 hours. And sadly, nobody wants to watch me sit here and stare at copies for 4 or 5 hours. Where a better FS in a snapshot just takes seconds. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go work out. That's my thing. I'm just going to go work out. You know, it's all good. Yeah. DD2 tape is a backup. Yeah. But I mean, this works pretty good for a secondary backup solution. And it'll bring it back. That's why I was like not really worried about anything, because of the method of backup I use. It's very stable. It's just not fast. Yeah, maybe I put up a... maybe I can go up here to the screen, and I put up like a backup in progress. Do we have a timer? Ooh, you know what? I think I do have a timer. Oh, okay. 1 second. We're cooking. We're cooking here. Timer. Oh, wait. There's a dock. Oh, yes. Yes. All right. Countdown timer. So this one is the install timer. Reset. We're going to have to add hours, because I don't know how long this is going to take. And then you guys can just check in on it whenever you want. No. Ah. Let's go. No. Huh. Let's go back up. 1 second. Gotta get my second keyboard. Okay, that works. Let's go back up. Restoration. Restoration. And then we're going to go stop. All right, great. Stop. Scene. Put this on regular desktop. And then take this guy out. All right. Boom. We have a timer? Huh. Why doesn't that work? Dang it. Should be like the time, but it's not working for me. If I go seconds, hours, minutes, does that work? No.
Yeah, well,
Uber, thanks for the sub,
to do the
man.
vibes.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take 3 hours. Let's just do a countdown. Let's see if that works. Oh, seconds. Give me seconds. Reset. All right. Let's go. Start here. Ah! All right, that worked. So then, let's go text. I like it. All right, I like it. I like it. So then we just take that. Boom. All right, we started at 3 hours. Let's see what we end up getting here. Mechanical drives, old spinning plowder. You're saying no way, 5-10 minutes. It's a lot to restore, though. I think that's a fun one. Let's update the stream title. I think that's in order. All right, 1 second. I got two-factor this sucker. I hadn't logged in on this other system in a minute. I only see bloat. Well, you know, there's some facts going on there. All right. Did anybody catch what happened there? Does anybody know why it's rebooting? I did. I was not paying attention. It finished? Really? It seemed awfully fast. From spinning platter with as much data as I had. I guess it is a differential restoration, so I mean technically there's probably not that much that changed. So all right. Well, disregard. I'm sure that's fine. And we're back. All right. We'll just go ahead and re-upgrade. And menu tittle. Go ahead and update all those things. This is why I love GitHub. You can just pull any changes that we did throughout this whole stream. Boom. Since we're committing directly to the branch, it's all just stored online and it's wonderful. Let me go cargo run. Update. Boom. There it is. Done and done. Well, cool, guys. Look at that. We solved it. We solved the mysteries of life. We've brought everything back down. Everything's great. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I have to run. I am super duper late, and I gotta get to the gym. So I will see you later. I hope you enjoyed the nice restoration. This is just a quick update. I'm sure it'll be fine. Until the next time. Deuces all.